Hey now. Hey now. Hey now. We're back. I know it's been 5 months, but we're back and we're gonna do this shit. We're gonna play a 15-minute game on ICC, also known as the Internet Chess Club, and maybe, if we're lucky, we'll get paired with Howard Stern. That'd be really cool. I have no idea what his handle is though, and I don't even know if he plays anymore. But that would be kind of cool if we could play Howard Stern. Anyway, how how's the 5 months been since I've been gone? Since you've been gone. Yeah, my 5 months have been decent. I haven't really played much. Blah blah blah. I haven't really played much chess lately. I played this past weekend and I didn't do very well. So I'm kind of reflecting on what I need to do. I've lost more games in the last 2 weekends than I have all year. So that's not really great. And I'm losing to players who are not very good, which is also not very spectacular. So I decided that I've realized that when I'm at my most successful, I am playing more 15-minute games, more rapid games. So I'm gonna try and do that because it feels like I'm finding the best moves, but I feel like the synapses in my brain are just sometimes not firing correctly, and they're just like I see the best moves and I see the best variations, but it's just I don't know. Something compels me to play something else. Like I can't even explain it. But in any event, we're here and we're waiting, and us waiting is not a good sign because that means we're probably going to get somebody significantly lower rated than us or significantly higher rated than us, which ordinarily wouldn't be that big of a deal, but um, yeah, this is shitty. We're just waiting. Um, Come on, give me a pairing, you douchesicles. Well, anyway, hey, let's start watching. Hey, it's me. Holy fuck. Oh god, this is so meta. I'm watching me. Watch me. Yeah. So, in any event, holy fuck, it's this guy. We've played him a bunch of times before. We're 5-2 against him, so that's positive. I wonder what our rating is. Wow, we have a really high rating right now. That's okay. I mean, it's not really high. Like 1975 is really nothing to be proud of, but Um, I wonder how do I score with this against this guy with black? Oh, okay. Um, what's going on here with my mouse? So this is the symmetrical English, and we're just gonna copy his moves for the first 6 moves. Okay, we're not gonna copy that move because that move is bad. So again, fuck. Oh, okay, cool. So he wants to actually play the English. I was worried there for a second that he wanted to play like the Sicilian and that he move ordered me into playing the Dragon, which is an opening I know exactly nothing about. Um, but no, it looks like he wants to play the. Maybe he can move order me here again by playing d4. I could play e5 and just put the kibosh on all that shit. I could also just go knight d4. Hmm. This is already a position that I don't like. Let's just castle. Castling generally doesn't steer me wrong. Um, yeah, I don't really expect anybody to be watching here, frankly. Alright, so the typical plan here is I want to go knight, whoops, hello, knight e8, knight c7, knight e6, knight ed4. And I want to do that before he does stuff like bishop e3. But he's already done bishop e3, so we're in a bit of a pickle. So like typically I think white attacks down the king side here. They go like f4 or some shit, I don't know. Like could I go e6 d5 is possible, a6 b5, a6 rook b8, b5. Wow, my dog's playing with his ball. Knight d7 is possible. I sort of like knight e8. I don't know what happens after d4 though. Knight e8, d4, c d4, knight d4, knight d4, bishop d4. e5 question mark. Let's go a6. If he's gonna play d4, he's gonna play d4. I mean, there's nothing I can do at this point to stop him from playing d4. Like the decision's basically been made. Okay, so he plays d4, which is very logical, in my opinion. So we should probably take that. Yeah, let's go ahead and take that. And then we'll go queen c7 here. Will we go queen c7 or will we go bishop d7? We might even be able to go knight d4. Or knight e5 even. I have a lot of options here. I'm not without my options. Alright, queen c7. What's wrong, Bowser? This is my dog Bowser. I don't know if you guys can even see him. Queen c7. What do you want, you big goober? What do you want, huh? Alright, go lay down. Beat it. He's very smart. He's a very smart dog. He's very good. Oh god, you're so annoying. Stop. Beat it. Alright, let's go queen c7. I'm not really sure what my plan is here. I'm just going to continue to play developing moves. Queen c7, bishop d7. Let's move my mouse away from this shit. I wonder if anybody's watching. No, not terribly surprising. Not really sure what my plan is here. Alright, is he going to maybe go queenside? Is that a thing that I need to worry about? What if I go knight e5 here? Knight e5, b3. That kind of puts a kibosh on him going queenside, though, right? Oh, he wants to go bishop h6. That could be problematic. That is not something I think I want to allow. Like bishop h6, knight d4, queen d4. Wait, bishop h6, knight d4, bishop g7. Knight e2, bishop f8, knight c3, queen h6 is losing on the spot. That would be embarrassing. What if I go rook d8 here? What's my plan? I want to play d5 in these positions, I think. Yeah, rook d8, bishop h6. h8. Bishop h6, bishop h8. That's going to be our idea. That is what the fuck we are going to do with the shit. Yeah. I was watching one of my old streams. Like the last one I did, for example. That was the one I was watching a couple minutes ago. And it's kind of nostalgic. It's kind of looking back on stuff and being like, oh, this was a solid stream. Alright, bishop d7. I have to be very careful here because he's going to have all sorts of stupid, tricky garbage. Like knight b5 is already possible. Or if I go knight e5, then he can go knight d5. Alright, let's go queen b8. Or queen a5. Queen a5, knight d5. Queen d2 check. Boop. I'll give it a whirl. But anyway, so I was watching one of my old streams, and I got a song stuck in my head from March that, I think it's like Joan Jett or something. It's like a warrior. It's like, I am the warrior. Boop, 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 boop. That one. I wonder what that song is actually called. I am the warrior. If I can spell correctly. Patti Smith. That one. That's the song. Alright, now we've got a bit of an issue because he castled and we don't have check anymore. So this is problematic, as it were. Can I go b5 here? No, I can't go b5 here. I don't like this position. Our position is bad. Bishop d7, knight d5, queen d2, knight e7 check, knight e7. So that doesn't work. Knight f6 check, bishop f6. So that doesn't work. All right. Boop. I'll give that one a shot. Fuck. Knight c6, bc6, knight d5, queen d2, knight e7 check, king f8, bishop d2, king e7, and then we're winning. Okay, cool. I am the warrior. Yeah. Again, though, this position is pretty bad. Yeah. That's unpleasant. You know, why do these guys always gotta do such unpleasant shit to me? Why can't just once we have a nice day where we all hang out and we're all friends and nobody does irritating shit like playing F4? This position's really bad. Alright. This is not the worst position we've ever had. I've won from some pretty bad positions in the past. Alright, so if A then B, right? So knight d4, bishop d4, bishop c6. And then what do you do? Knight d5. Queen d2. Knight e7 check. Still doesn't work. Going for it. I could even go e5 here. E5. E5 is actually kind of interesting. E5, fe, fe, e5, fifi, b3, bishop e3. Alright, I'm sorry. e5, fe5, de5, bishop e3, bishop c6. Queen's on pre. He's got to move his queen. Maybe to c2? I don't know. But if he moves his queen to c2, then we don't really have any problems. What if I go b5 here? b5, cb5, ab5, bishop b5, bishop b5, knight b5, queen d2. I think I can go b5 here. b5, bishop f6, bishop f6, b5, e5, de5, fe5. Knight somewhere, question mark? I don't know, that looks kind of dangerous actually. We probably should go into this line though. b5, e5, d, fe, knight e8, bishop g7, knight g7. Let's go for it. I'll give it a whirl. So this is like a freeing move, this b5 idea. We have to combat his center somehow. So this is problematic because he's going to go bishop b6. So let's not let him do that. And I also want to defend my pawn. So let's avoid that bullshit. He can go bishop a7, but rook b7 here I don't think causes many real significant problems. I don't think it changes the outlook of the position, or the what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? The whatchamacallit of the position. Yes, this is problematic now. Alright, so take... Oh, you know, I forgot that my queen isn't going to be covering the e5 square anymore. Do I even want to take that? I don't think I do. I think I just want to go here. I think this is actually okay for me. I don't think I'm objectively losing here. And we're going to go king g7. Oh no. Get away. Get away. Yeah. I think our position is still very unpleasant, though. Let's see. Here? Nope. That's alright. I don't mind being alone in the chat room with my thoughts. It's kind of good, I guess, for me to get the thoughts out there. I guess that's the important thing. Alright, cool. So he's going into this line. Wait, can I go knight f5 instead? What if I go knight f5 immediately? Knight f5. Do you have any cute bullshit? Like here. That's actually good because it saves the e7 pawn. But like queen e5... Queen e5 looks problematic because of knight g7, queen e7. But yeah, let's go for it. I think I'm going to go f6 in this position. I think I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to play f6. It's really bad, actually. f6 is probably not something I should play. f6 queen e7 check, and then I can just resign. So let's not do that. We're gonna go, I think, king g8 here. Yes, or king f8. Nope, not king f8, king g8. And we have now lost the e7 pawn. But all is not lost. We still have some tricks. Because while we do lose the e7 pawn, he loses the c4 pawn. So the c4 pawn could become relevant in the future for me to have, to hold. The real issue here is the time. And the fact that I don't have very much of it is not a good sign for our hero. Like, okay, queen e7, ooh, woof, Buzz's girlfriend. Knight f5, question mark? Yes, we play knight f5. And we say, eat it! No, we don't want to go b4. That would be stupid. That would be a stupid thing for us to do. If he goes g3, we go knight g3. And I think this actually is very pleasant for us. Alright, is that a problem? Can I go bishop e6? Queen d2 is kind of interesting, too. Like, what's the big deal, right? What does he think he's going to do here? If g4, rook d5, and then he can resign. And he can't take on e7, which is good. Oh, wait a sec. If g4, rook d5, queen b8 check. Oh, rook d8, though. That's not great. That is not the best thing to happen. Like, I could get checkmated here if I'm not careful. So like g4, bishop d5. Well, rook d5, queen d8, queen b8 check, rook d8, queen e5. I don't want to make a draw with this guy. That really doesn't interest me. Alright, so g4, bishop d5. That's going to be our course of action here, I think. g4, bishop d5. G captures f5. And then what do we do? It's kind of funny, actually. I am in a very unpleasant position here. So, I mean, it's not funny. It's really bad. But, on an unrelated note, I heard that my friend Alex has tied for first place in the US Open. Okay, is this a move I care about? What's he going to do? Take on e6? Do I care about that bishop? I do care about it somewhat. Especially because it comes with check. What if I just go queen d2 here? Bishop a2, rook a1. Queen d2. It's like queen d2, knight e6, f e6, queen e6, check, king g7. Shit. Things are going badly. Isn't this a fucking surprise? Fuck it. Need to go into it. I mean, so what? We lose a pawn, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got a passed 1, 2, 5 is what we'll have. And we'll have a worse position. But, like, I mean, there are worse things to happen. Yeah, our position's going to be really bad after that. Not much we can really do from this point. I guess there was time earlier when we had to play differently. Things are not going well. It's okay. There's still a lot of time for him to blunder and fuck this up. Although I think the c7 pawn is going to make this for a pretty trivial endgame. Or the c5 pawn, the c pawn. It's probably going to make this ending pretty trivial for him. Yeah. Do I go king g7 and wait for g4 to happen? Yeah, because I can go queen e3 check. Like, if he tries to get cute, like, if he doesn't want to exchange on e3, like, he might lose. So, yes, okay, thank you. So now I have a fork, but I'm still down a pawn. But our position is going to be mediocre. Wait, do I want that? Yes, I think I do want that. This is problematic. Like bishop f3, knight c4, I think is what we're going to do here. Fuck b3 though. Disappointment. Alright, I could lose this. It's a light square too, fuck. Alright, I think I'm going to sacrifice that knight for this pawn. I mean, if I do that though, really, what's the point of playing? Rook c8, c7, rook here. Boop, 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 boop. b4 is going to prove to be annoying. Yeah, fuck it. I mean, there's not really much of a choice here because he's just going to queen that pawn. Okay, so here I would have, I think, taken with the bishop, but that's me. So I think I want to go a5. In these positions, there isn't really much of a choice. So, like, passive defense is not going to work. You're going to lose. So, yeah, that's fine. Just go h6. Like, you have to almost play for a win, I think, in these positions, is what I realized the other day. Does that matter? I don't really think it does. Let's go there. So I can defend a bunch of my stuff. Like rook e6, king f7, bishop d5, rook d2 is what I'm kind of banking on here. It's almost like he's watching the stream. Hey, someone's watching. Bishop e4 though, that could prove to be annoying. Oh, bishop e4, king e6, what am I talking about? Yeah, sorry, I've sometimes where I'm just a moron. Yeah, fine. Does that matter? I don't think it does. Oh, sure, g5. King f8? Question mark? I'm not sure if that's good or not. So what does he have? 4 pawns and I have 5? Hey, I'm up a pawn. All I had to do is give up my knight. That knight was getting in the way anyway. So if he keeps making moves like that, then we might have a chance here. I don't know how he's going to defend that. Because rookie... Is that important? I don't think it is. Probably should take that though. Well, he's going to take with check though. Go g5. That's actually kind of cute, g5. Put the kibosh on that shit. Yeah, we have to get it off of a light square, I would think. Rook b2 or rook b3. Maybe I want to go rook b3. Or maybe I should just go b3, b2 and force him to defend. Yeah, actually b3, b2 is probably the most aggressive. And again, we're playing for a win here because I don't give a fuck about that. I don't give a fuck about that either. Alright. So again, the idea here is we're playing for a win because of the sheer fact that we're going to lose, basically. So there's no point in trying to do half measures when you're about to lose the game. It makes no sense. So bishop d3, rook d1, and he actually is losing a piece. So yes, that's fine. King g7. I think I can go king f6 on the next move too. And if he wants to like make a perpetual here, I'm perfectly happy to accept a draw in this position. Again, when you're losing, you have to play aggressively. I mean, you have to play aggressively, I think, in general. I think that's part of what happened in this game was I don't think I was very aggressive. I didn't really give him any problems to solve. That's something that Alex talks about a lot. You have to kind of give yourself, or give your opponent problems to solve. I don't know what my dog's issue is right now. He's like fucking walking around like he's got somewhere to be. So that's problematic. So rook h1, rook b2, rook h3. Huh. This is not going very well. I'm in like Zugzwang. Zugzwang. Is that a problem? Stop. Go lay down. We're gonna take that h3 pawn. Yes, with check. That is what we're gonna do. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh my god, I just checkmated myself. That's embarrassing. Let's see, who's here? How do I see that again? Hey, what's up, N17M? It's like a rating for a dirty movie. D5. F3. This is the Benko gambit. I've lately I've started to play this F3 line. I wonder if I can go E5 here. E5. He's played this badly. He's already screwed this up. Maybe I should go knight C3 here though. Like, white shouldn't be able to get this stuff in, basically. So, I don't know. Yeah, alright, I gotta do it now. E5, knight e8, f4. I don't know. I don't know what he's gonna do here. He's played this pretty incautiously. Sure. Like, usually black has to do a lot of work to make e5 happen, but here we've already made it happen. We're the coolest. Is that even a problem? Like, what if I just go e6 here? e6, fe, fe. Castles, takes. Bishop h6. Don't love that. I could go queen e2 here. Seems like a solid move. Just defend my stuff. I want my stuff defended. Did I already do a finger note on this guy? I did. He's played a bunch of games. Alright, bishop c6 maybe? How annoying is that for you to meet? I don't know. I think it's kind of annoying. I wouldn't want somebody to play that against me. We're gonna castle here, I think. Oh, interesting. We're not gonna castle. That's not what we were gonna do. What if I go knight b5? What does he do? Knight b5, bishop b5, bishop b5, queen b5. I don't love that. I think we're gonna castle by hand this game, because he found this move bishop e6, which is a very good intermezzo. I don't think our position's that bad, actually. I think our position's actually okay here. Is this a problem? Knight c4 is going to happen. Do I want to prevent that? I think I do. I think we're in trouble now. If we weren't in trouble before, I think we are now, because c4 is possible now. But is c4 that bad? Maybe we can just go b4 in that case. I don't know. Everything's kind of loosely held together. I don't like positions like this where things are... We've gone awry somewhere here. Because I know we were better before, but it's not clear to me that we are now. Simply for the fact that our king position is very weak. We've got a loose knight here. I should not point. I should point with the pointer. But our position is bad now. Not sure what happened. You know? I thought we were doing so well. But that's what happens when you don't castle. You know, you tend to get these positions that are kind of crazy and not good necessarily. So I want to try to avoid that. But our idea is going to be rook e1, king g1, and then it'll be just like we castled, except for we gave him 4 moves to do whatever he wanted to while we were castling. Yeah. So anyways, I wonder what the dog is up to. How come I don't hear him? That's problematic, but what choices do we have here? Knight d5, knight d5, knight d5, bishop d5, queen d5. Yikes. Queen c5 maybe? Is that possible? Man, this all looks so loose. Queen c5, knight e6. Is that a move you can play? I don't think so. Like, it's funny because I'm still defending my knight through some great magic here. E4 is annoying, though. E4, knight e5, though, right? I don't know, maybe. Like e4, knight e5. Boop, 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 boop. Fuck it. Let's get crazy. I'm kind of worried about f6, but I'm also kind of not worried about f6, if you know what I mean. Like, I feel like he must be getting frustrated because this position is good for him, but it feels like he doesn't really know why or how. I don't know. Maybe I'm just missing a lot of stuff. It feels like I'm missing a lot of stuff. These are all the moves I'm considering right now. Maybe not that last one. These are moves in this position that are probably okay. Yes, f6 was a move I was thinking he would try. But for some reason I thought knight c4 was okay here. Knight c4, knight c4, bc4, f5, bishop b2. Bishop d2. Fuck it. Show me something. Yeah, bishop d2 is going to be important. Well, I wonder if I can sacrifice an exchange here. Because knight c4 is probably a blunder, in retrospect. Because it takes the queen away from the defense of the knight. Like f5 here is going to be annoying. Yeah, f5. What do I do now? Queen a3 is what I just saw. It looked kind of interesting. I'm going to lose the c4 pawn, though. So the problem with bishop d2 is rook b2. I don't want to give up piece, though. Queen a3, bishop c4. Bishop a3, bishop c3. No, we're not doing that. I'd rather just lose the pawn. We're probably going to lose 2 pawns here, actually, after it's all said and done, but that's okay. Yeah, our position's really bad, too. So we're losing pawns, and our position is bad. Maybe I should go rook d1 here. Question mark? I don't know. Let's see, has anybody said anything interesting? Nope. If you have questions, please shout them out. This position is really, really terrible. It's terrible. Yeah, this is really bad. This is a really bad position. But we're up on time, so we've got that going for us. Bishop e3 or bishop d2. Probably want to go bishop d2. Frankly. Oh, he can't go rook a8 because bishop a8. I knew that that bishop would be useful somehow. Some way I was going to make that bishop work, do some work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have the same amount of pawns. Right? Is that true? 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But his are a lot better than mine, and his position is a lot better than mine. But still, it's not lost. This is not a position where we would resign. I mean, if I was playing like Gatakomsky or someone, I would think to myself, like, man, this is really unpleasant. You know, I thought you would do that. I really did. I really thought you would do that move. So can't go knight b5. Bishop b5. Bishop b5, I think is actually okay for us. Bishop b5, queen b6. Oh, bishop b3. Yeah, okay. I'll give it a whirl. Okay. Now we have another decision to make here. Do we play bishop e3? I don't really see a good reason not to. Yes, this is a real thorn in our side. What to do? Maybe worthwhile to overprotect this knight. Like, if he wants to take the pawn, I suppose there are worse things that have happened. But my main concern here is that really a concern, actually? I think I want to make our king safe. How did I get a pawn to f4? Oh, that's right, I put it there. Like, looking at the position, like, how did that pawn get there? Yeah. And then I remembered. You don't know how to look up, but you're curious about it. Okay, shoot. Let's say I open with e4 as white after black moves e5, for example. I see people bring out their knights. What does it matter which one you bring out first? I see people bring out one out to attack the enemy pawn. That would be a knight to f3, would attack the e5 pawn. But would it be bad to bring out the other knight, which is the other knight that he's referring to as c3? It's an excellent question. Give me a sec here. Let me think about what I'm doing. I like questions like this because new players think about chess differently than players who have like spent lifetimes analyzing chess games. So this is actually a question that I find very interesting because it's not a question I've heard before, and it's not really anything I've given any thought to. So what's his idea? He wants to go rook a8. Is that his plan? Is it so bad if I just let him do that? Rook a8, queen b3. Oh, rook a8, queen c5. I'm gonna lose the a2 pawn though. Fuck, that'd be a bad pawn for me to lose. Things are getting hairy. Not in a good way. When I was in high school, I used to play chess with a kid named Harry. Our physics teacher used to call him Hare. He'd say, Hare, you're a loser. And we would all agree. So rook a8, queen c5. Okay. So getting back to your question, moving the knight to f3 versus moving the knight to c3 as white on turn 2. There are merits to both moves. They both have their exponents, people who play them frequently, people who espouse the virtues of playing one versus another. Queen b4. I need to stay ahead of him on the clock. That's going to be kind of important. I guess we'll just accept a passive position here. So one of them is, so the knight to f3 is like the classic way to play the position because, you know, you're attacking, your opponent's pawn. You're forcing them to do something like play knight c6 to defend it, or play knight f6 if they want to play the Petrov's defense, which is a way of playing where you basically you both kind of trade off the center pawns. And there's a lot of theory about it. There's a lot of people who've written a lot of books about it. This is a really interesting question, actually. So, um, yeah, I mean, whatever, guy. WTF? What to do? Who are those people? Why are you in my neighborhood? What if he goes e3 here? Can we take it? This is bad. Alright, I'm gonna lose an exchange. Christ fucking mighty, my game is really bad. I don't know how it got so bad. I don't remember being this bad at chess. I swear I used to be good at this game. Or maybe not good, maybe just mediocre, but still I used to be decent at this fucking game. I don't know how I've gotten this bad at this. This is really bad. I guess we just defend our piece. I don't know. I don't know how this all works. So, essentially, though, to answer your question, which is, does it matter which one I bring out first? The answer is no. It doesn't matter which one you bring out first. Whatever your preference is, whatever your inclination is. If you want to bring out the G1 knight rather first, do it. If you want to bring out the B1 knight first, do that. But there's a lot of theory. One of them I think is called the Vienna game. I think the knight c3 is part of like the Vienna game, and it leads to a more positional kind of position. And knight f3 I think tends to lead to a more maybe not combative, but it's less positional than like the Vienna game stuff. Although I think the Vienna game, stop, beat it, please, just come on, go away. Nope, no, nope, go lay down, beat it, stop. I know, we'll go out in a couple minutes, I promise. So, yeah, so knight c3 versus knight f3. It doesn't matter, to answer your question. It does not matter. The opening in general, and there will be people who disagree with me on this, but the opening in general doesn't really matter all that much. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is my dog Bowser. He's a sweetie. Say hi, Bowser. Who's a good boy? Yeah. So, yeah, but that's an excellent question. If you have other questions like that, I'm always intrigued to hear them. Those are always questions that I am interested in. Because, again, new players think about the game differently than I do. In fact, every player thinks about the game differently than I do. But new players in general have a unique perspective that I think a lot of established players take for granted. So yeah, excellent question. Awesome question. Nope, stop. Go lay down. Come on. Stop. Stop. Alright, so here's where we lose the exchange. Is that true? Fuck, this is ugly. Okay. What if I go knight b5? Oh, bishop b5. Yikes. Alright. Wait a sec. Bishop a1, rook c8 check, queen c8. That doesn't work, so we have to go rook a1, bishop a1, rook a1. I moved the knight to d1 to protect the e3 bishop. I thought that would be that might be useful later. That might be important to have that piece defended. Yeah, he is massive. He's like 115 pounds. He is a Rottweiler. I think he's mixed with something else. But he's very, very good. He's a very good dog. And Probably need to take him out after this game because he's being antsy. He's like walking around the house like he owns the place. Which, you know, is not too far from the truth. But so rook b8 is a mistake here. I think he's getting greedy. I think I should go bishop a3 or bishop c5 rather. I'm probably gonna lose this game, just as an FYI. Why don't I just go knight to c3? What does he do? I don't know. I can't imagine he thinks he can play rook b2 here. He should repeat the position, I think. Yes, you should repeat that position. Now you should take. Now he'll probably take on a1 now that he's realized the error of his ways. Or her ways. Could be a girl. Or some other gender that I'm not accounting for because I am a white guy and I don't give a fuck. So yeah. Really? What are you doing? Okay, cool. He's stupid. I don't know why he didn't just... Yeah, he's crushing me here. So what just happened there is called the draw by threefold repetition. If you repeat the position 3 times, then one side can make a claim. And in this position, I was getting rocked. So this negative 3.91 means that I was down 3.91 pawns. So yeah, I don't understand. It's hard to understand why he didn't just play bishop a1 here. Like I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm curious as to where I fucked this up because I felt like I was winning here. Where is it? Where is it? Here. Like I must be better here. And I am. Like this position must be better. Why didn't I just castle? What was I doing instead? Queen e2? Yeah, I missed knight c7. It's a really strong move. I could just castle here though. Like, what I was worried about here was... He played this so fucking badly. It's so aggravating to lose to these people who play this badly. But what I was worried about was this. Is this bad? I don't know. I don't know if this is bad or not. I'm not sure what's going on in this position, honestly. Queen e2 I think is interesting. But just bishop d4 check, king h1. Oh, could he take here? He shouldn't take there. He shouldn't trade this. This is a good bishop. He shouldn't trade that for that knight. Yeah, I don't know what's going on in this position. It's hard for me to evaluate. Computer says 0.00, but I'm inclined to believe that... who do I prefer here? I don't know. Maybe I prefer white. You know, you got the open files. You got the bishop pair. Everything's already developed. He's kind of behind on development. He's got a knight in a weird place. It's kind of awkward. I mean, his knight could come to f5, though. You know, after he moves to e8. So, like, not here, obviously, but, like, here. Wait, really? What about just bishop g7? Oh, duh. Huh, well, okay. So he has to, you know, he has to unwind a little bit. It's easier for him to screw this up than it is for me to screw this up, I think. Well, first we have to save our rook. Yes, okay, wow. So, as you can see, I'm screwing this up a lot for black, so I would say that it's probably easier for white to play. So my preference would be to play with white here. Back to the e4, e5 opening as white. If I move the knight to f3, doesn't he just defend his pawn? Do I just take it with my knight, or do I keep developing? You keep developing. Here, I'll show you. So this is called, so this right here is called the Ruy Lopez, and this is like the most classic way to play chess. Like, this is, it's like the most classic chess opening, right? When people say like, you know, I don't know how else to describe it, but basically this is there's like an Arab word for it called a tabia, or tabia, Tabiya, and it means like uh, a position that has been like thoroughly analyzed and thoroughly thought about by many people, and it's like so known. It's like I don't know. It's hard to uh, think of. Uh, I don't know. It's like when you hear a fucking that AC/DC song, right? Like you know the one I'm talking about, the fucking Back in Black or whatever, right? You hear that song and you immediately think AC/DC because that's like the first thing that pops in your head. So this is like this is chess, you know. This is like the classic way to play, you know. So basically, what's happening here though is that White is attacking the knight that is defending the pawn, right? So um, Black then, you know, challenges White and say, okay, well, if you want this pawn so badly, go ahead and take it. And it's possible to play this way, but you have this problem here, right? Um, and if this move, what do you do? I forget. Uh, Wait just a second here. Oh, this move, maybe? Yeah, this is better. Yeah, so queen d4. I knew that there was a way to get that pawn back. So here, you have to defend the knight and the pawn, because it's being attacked by both. So you can't immediately take this pawn. Taking this pawn immediately is bad. But you can play this way. So this is a possible way to play. This is called the exchange, Ruy Lopez exchange. And it has been played probably a couple hundreds of thousands of times. But so like, what was your other question? If I move the knight to f3, if he doesn't defend his pawn, do I just take it with my knight, or do I keep developing? So if you're saying like, so this is known as the Petrov's defense, and the Petrov's defense goes something like this, right? So in this line, the answer is yes, you take his pawn. If he goes like here, I mean, so if he doesn't defend it though, if let's say he does something weird like, I don't know, play this, then yeah, you can take his pawn. Why not? Fuck it. Like queen e7, d4, d6. I mean, you might lose your e4 pawn. Like that's something that you should probably consider. So if you do decide to like take it, just be aware that you're probably going to lose your pawn. That's probably what's going to happen to you. So it's not so simple that you can just take this pawn and then get away with it, because a lot of times he has like these queen moves pinning your shit to your king. In my head, I'm gaining a pawn, but I'm also putting myself one or two developing moves behind. So that's the classic question, which is, you know, what's more valuable? And this is the Benko is kind of a classic example of this. What's more valuable, time or material? And in the Benko, the black player is arguing that the time is more important than the material, and on the black side, that's what they're arguing. On the white side is saying, well, I can take your pawn and I'm going to keep your pawn because I think that material is more important in this particular position, and I'm willing to fight you for it. Right? So that's a very good way to think about it. Your thought process is along the correct line, which is that you know, when you take pawns, you always have to think about uh, um, you have to think about, you know, what you're giving up, which is typically when you start taking pawns, you're giving up time, right? So you're giving up time for your opponent to consolidate. What else did you say? I feel like I'd be falling into a trap. Yes, that is frequently the case. You might be, just like I showed you with queen e7. That's a very obvious move that a lot of players will find. Obviously, I barely understand chess, so I really have no clue. It sounds like you've got a pretty good understanding so far of, you know, even if you've sort of stumbled upon it, what your thought process so far is correct. No, I mean if he doesn't defend his pawn, right? Oh, but I guess that would never happen. Well, yeah, I mean it could happen, right? So I mean in this line, the Petrov's defense, he purposely doesn't defend his pawn, right? But you know, you're also not defending your pawn. So it's kind of, you know, you get to play a move and then he gets to play a move, right? So if, let's say he played this move, right? He still is attacking your shit here. You know, so you still have the same problem, which is that you can't defend both of these by one move, right? I mean, maybe you can play like queen h5 here or something. No, you're going to lose your piece here if you do that. So that's bad. This move maybe d6. Bishop e5 check. Bishop d7. You know what? Let's go knight d7 instead, actually. No, you know what? We don't want to go knight d7. Yeah, we'll go bishop d7. So this is like, in this way, if, let's say, for example, you know, your opponent was foolish enough to allow you to do this, then, like, yeah, you know, you get to keep your pawn. And, you know, you get to have your cake and eat it too here, actually. You know what? Instead of that, let's do this. You know, excuse me, actually, let's do this. So maybe there's some way for you to keep your pawn, but yeah, but your opponent would basically have to screw up. And counting on that is not really how you win chess games. Um, so yeah, I'm glad that you like the explanation. I'll probably be back in like 25, 30 minutes or so, because I don't like leaving on a loss. It makes me very salty. And those two games that I played were horrendous. Actually, I probably won't be back. It's already getting kind of late. But yeah, thank you for joining me though, N17M. If you have any questions or if you want, we can analyze some of your games. If you want to look at some of your games, that's fine. You know, I'll be around. Just shoot me a tweet or something, or hit me up on I don't know. What did I link down here? What's here for you to? How do you get at me? This is the biggest fucking lie ever. This is funny. Um, this is not true. Don't listen to this. I'm gonna put this video up on YouTube in case you missed anything. I've only played like 3 games. Yeah, I mean, you know, uh, yeah, keep playing. It's fun, just as fun. It's also infuriating, and it can be very frustrating at times. So be aware that your frustrations are shared by everyone in the community. Um, so yeah, thank you for joining me though. Versus a computer level 1. Cool. Yeah, I mean, playing against a computer isn't really the best way of doing it. There's a really good site actually. Not you, Patty Smith. This site will allow you to play for free, and also there's this site. This site will also allow you to play for free, and you can. I happen to like. I prefer this site because this site has like a really good iPhone app, and I can play on it, and it's very good, and it has like the news. Like this is Magnus Carlsen. He's the world champion. He's like the best chess player right now, maybe ever. The argument could be made. He's from Norway. He's really cool. And this is Maxime Vachier-Lagrave, and he's a very good French chess player. And this is a game that Maxime recently beat Magnus a couple days ago. So that was kind of a big deal. Yeah, as you can see, like, yeah. So, so here's the news. This is the chess world. So this is another site that's cool that will also allow you to play for free. So yeah, get out there, get at it. All right, cool. Yeah, thanks. Awesome. I really appreciate the follow. And I hope you have a great week. So I will catch everybody later.